that the commissioner of police, even after the court order, had deliberately flouted the court order by insisting that Mr. Amoyele Sowore is still wanted. And the court acknowledged that if that is the situation, there is no way there could be an adjournment. But the lawyer undertook, that he personally undertook, as Siri Ejiofor, that the commissioner of police will not, from today going forward, will not make such declaration, and that he will not threaten Mr. Amoyele Sowore, and that there will not be any form of arrest. He was even saying that there has been an order from Abuja that the commissioner of police will not take any step. So the court, based on that, and in the interest of justice, adjourned the matter to the 24th of November, which is 2 days from now, for them to have to file any defense if they have any. You know, the foundation of this matter is the Orosoki demolition and the protest by the residents. People were arrested based on the fact that they protested demolition of their houses. They were charged to court based on the fact that they protested. They were remanded. Some of them, bail was granted to some of these persons. The situation as of today, I cannot authoritatively confirm that they are out of custody, because I'm not the counsel who represented them in the magistrate court. But so far that matter is still there. So far that problem is still there. There is no institution, even including the government. You cannot beat a child and ask the child not to cry. If there is ongoing demolition of Orosoki, people who don't have houses, they must come to the street. You cannot stop that. A protest is backed up by the constitution more than any other law. That is the supreme law. People will protest. There is no way you can say the only thing that can stop people protesting is to stop injustice. If there is no demolition of Orosoki today, and citizens are going about their business quietly, and one single individual run mad and come out and start shouting, he will be isolated. But you cannot demolish hundreds of houses and now allow them to be quiet. And that is why the commissioner of police must come to terms with the fact that to stop a protest in Nigeria where there is injustice every day is an impossibility. It's an impossibility. The constitution does not even speculate that. The constitution already speculates protesting, that people will protest against injustice. They will. And the court has not even, no court in Nigeria till today, right from inception, has ever declared that people don't have the right to protest. What the court has said consistently is that the right for people to protest is sacrosanct. And we will stand by that. If there is a demolition of Orosoki tomorrow, people will still come out to protest that. No commissioner of police can stop that. None.
The perception that some people believe that because Kanu has committed some crimes, why should anybody fight for him? I'm going to answer this way. You know Nelson Mandela?
Yes, sir.
He was regarded as a terrorist because he was fighting for the liberation of blacks in South Africa. In fact, Nelson Mandela's name was not removed as a terrorist until he became president of South Africa. That was when the US lifted the terrorism tag, granted him a visa, and he traveled across the world. And one of the things he said when he was visiting the US, same question was asked of him. Why is it that as a person who is freedom loving, you are supporting Cuba? Which the person said, that's a human rights violating regime, referring to Fidel Castro. He said to them, sometimes the problem with you people is that you want to choose our friends for us and you want to choose your enemies for us. That is basically what's happening in your MBA group. Some people are trying to choose your enemies for you. But the question you should ask yourself is, what is Nnamdi Kanu fighting for? Self-determination. It came out several years ago that the Igbos are tired of being treated like slaves in the country. And he wants the former Biafran region to break away as a nation state. The constitution is very clear. You can agitate for self-determination. But we don't have the position of referendum in our constitution. He started peacefully. He was going from village to village. In fact, he didn't go from village to village. He was on a radio. His only weapon was a microphone. Guess what? When he was arrested the first time, what they found on him was a microphone, not a gun. They found with Mandela a pistol. Well, with Nnamdi Kanu, they found a microphone. In fact, when they were asked to present evidence, even in the ongoing case, the evidence presented is that microphone, his underwear, top and bottom, and some of his writings, no element of terrorism was established in court. Nobody has testified that they saw him buying guns or ordering guns or ordering. They brought to court different kinds of audio messages, which was his response to when police was killing his people. When I was at Sahara Reporters, I had in my possession a video which I published at that time. I don't know if Facebook has taken. As the Nigerian army went to where IPOB people were peacefully gathering and shot them dead live. 2014, I think. They killed them right there. This was captured on tape. It was provided by Amnesty International to me. So who committed the crimes? Is it the person who started peacefully or the government who said so? But like I started this with, this was the goal, But the simplest question a lawyer asks when you go to court is evidence, right?
Yes, sir.
If somebody is brought before a court on terrorism charges, and we have not been able to prove it in 4 years, there's something wrong with that process. Meanwhile, Simon Ekpa was arrested maybe last year. He has been convicted within 6 months in Finland. He may not have been as guilty as it, but he has the process of appeal. The trial was speedy, open, and in my own view, fair. What happens to Nnamdi Kanu? You just keep defending, detaining him. Even when the Court of Appeal said that he's discharged and acquitted and wrote that he should be released forthwith, you refuse to honor that court order. And you are going into NBA groups to say, why is anybody fighting? You are taking extra legal steps to violate the right of a campaigner for self-determination. We are taking extra legal steps to force your hand to respect his rights. That is the reason for my protest. And who is in a better position to know a sham trial if it's not Sowore? I've been subjected to as many as 10 of those foolish trials. I have about 3 now pending. And they are going to end up in nothing. That's why since 1992, I don't write statements in police station. They sit me down, we are reading your rights to you, because I know we are not going to trial, for which my statement will be needed. And if I'm going to trial, my statement will not count if you have made up your mind that I'm guilty as charged. So tell your NBA friends that first and foremost, we are disappointed in them. They are not even represented in court to observe the trial. The same way they did to me in 2019. The NBA cannot. The American Bar Association sends representative to all my court trials. The Nigerian Bar Association is not in court, even as a friend of the court. You should be there standing up and say, my Lord, can we guide you? This is what the law says. The judge can say, shut up. But you are there. You go to your WhatsApp groups, and you know what they do? They then divide it into Yoruba, the people that are most vocal on Nnamdi Kanu, which riles me out, these Yoruba pseudo intellectuals. Sowore, he has committed, will be sending me videos. And I tell them, I say, if you are tired of Nigeria, if Tinubu was tired of Nigeria 20 years ago and he granted an interview that Nigeria should disintegrate, why should you stop others who want to exercise the same right? To be clear, I don't want Nigeria to break up. I'm a Pan-Africanist.